Welcome to Mr. Rollin's Storytime. Today's story is one of my favourites. It's about a little boy that goes on an adventure and then finds himself wanting to go back home because he misses his mum. The story is Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. First thing I like to notice is the lovely pictures at the start. This reminds me of a forest or perhaps of a wood walking through, really colourful. Perhaps do some artwork linked to this. Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. Just in there chasing the doggy. His mother called him "Wild Thing!" and Max said, "I'll eat you up." And so he was sent to bed without any supper. That night, in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until the ceilings hung with vines, and the walls became a world all around, and an ocean tumbled by with a private boat just for Max, and he sailed off through a night and day. If you look, it's got his name on too. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars. Roar! They gnashed their terrible teeth. They rolled their terrible eyes. And they showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still!" Exclamation. And tamed them with a magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened. And they called him the most wild thing of all. And they made him king. Put on your crown. And now, cried Max, let the rumpus start. Now I love a rumpus. Rumpus is a really good word. It's kind of like a party. There they are, dancing at the moon. And swinging from some vines. And Max being king. Lovely artwork there as well. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without any supper. Just like at the start of the story when his mum sent him to bed. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away, across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of the wild things. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go! We'll eat you up! We love you so!" But Max said, "No!" The wild things, they roared their terrible roars. Roar! They gnashed their terrible teeth. They rolled their terrible eyes. And they showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped onto his private boat and waved goodbye. He sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. Let me see his supper. And it was still hot. The end. Now I really like that story because it tells the journey of Max, going to where the wild things are and coming back. Could you write a story? Perhaps change the character of Max into a girl or a different boy. Perhaps change where he goes One thing that's really good to do is to try to remember the key parts of the story and see if you can put them in the correct order, using perhaps time words: first, then, next, after that, and finally. I will have more activities linked to this book. Thank you so much for watching. If there's any books you'd like me to do, just let me know in the comment section below. Thank you.